Coach, we'll just jump right to it. Free throw shooting tonight, 18 for 36, and I think you'll had 11 misses, 12 misses in the first quarter or first half. I mean, what do you think's the issue there?
If I knew that, I'd fix it. I can talk about this because I know what kind of man he is. The elephant in the room, Tolu Smith missed 12 of our 18. The other guys, if you add them all up, that was a respectable percentage. And he's been shooting them so well. He struggled out the gate. And then if you really look game by game, he was much better the last 3-4 games, 5 games maybe than he was the first 4 or 5 games. And it felt really good for all of us because, he's going to get fouled a lot because of his game. And I'm not sure what happened tonight. He just missed him early, and that can cause some anxiety, some anxiousness, and certainly lose some confidence. And then I've been coaching long enough to understand that it just becomes contagious. It just becomes contagious, and you can feel the crowd even like, oh my gosh, and but it's not the reason we lost the game. We had other areas that we need to do better at, but certainly it was an issue for us tonight, and hopefully it'll get better going forward.
As far as just the game plan, you're getting to the foul line consistently in the first half, and you get 25 fouls from them, and you get Miller in foul trouble. Did you like the execution on the offensive end other than those missed free throws?
Yeah, we were the aggressors, I thought, for the most part in the first half especially, and like you said, we were trying to get paint touches, and you never know how the game's going to unfold in terms of how it's called, and they were letting a lot of stuff go. It was a very physical game at the rim on both ends, and they got great length. They've got great rim protection, got great length all over the court, and we struggled finishing around the basket. We talked about the free throws already, and then we struggled even when we got it close to the basket all the way around, and so it becomes frustrating, but that happens, and we're supposed to be a defensive team, and we've got to rely on that when we're struggling that end. And I thought as the game progressed, our commitment to that dropped just little by little by little by little, and all of a sudden, they inched up for the most part an insurmountable lead there the last few minutes of the game, and it's just hard. Coaches want to talk about their tough teams not being motivated, by the offensive end, but sometimes it becomes human nature.
Colin, go ahead.
It seemed like there were a couple points in the second half where, despite their offensive prowess, you guys were finding ways to get back into it. They just kept coming up with answers. You knew that this was going to be a really tough test for the first game of the SEC. What do you kind of take away from that second half performance, where you gave yourself those chances, but it still came up short?
We got to play better. And first thing I told the team was they played better than us. They deserved to win, and we can nitpick it and pinpoint it and break it down like we do. And certainly, we're going to watch the video and try to learn and grow and show them what we did well, what we didn't do well, and got to move on. There's going to be a bunch more of these, obviously, and we got a few days now. We got a little bit of a break here before we play again, but we got to know who we are. We are who we are, and it's probably not going to change a whole lot. We certainly got to fine-tune it and be more efficient on both ends of the floor, but we've got to stay with who we are as a basketball personality and stick to our strengths for 40 minutes if we want to win games in this league.
And after a loss, this might not be the thing at the front of your mind, but could you talk a little bit about the environment tonight and the atmosphere that showed up with the crowd at the home?
Yeah, it was awesome. I've heard about this place from other people, and just wait, coach, and once I found out it was sold out, I'm like, okay, this is going to be cool, and certainly was focused on the task at hand and the build up and what we do, but for 15, 20 seconds, as they were doing starting lineups, like try to take it all in, and it felt good. It felt really good, and I feel so bad for our fans. They wanted to get behind us so bad, and we just didn't do much for them in the second half to really get them to play a part, in trying to win one of these games. But it wasn't because people were in those seats and they were revved up, they were ready to go. It it was really cool to be, you know, part of that atmosphere, and I feel really bad that we didn't deliver, and hopefully they'll continue to support us. You know, I think our kids compete and play hard, and you know, we got to go to Tennessee next, and then we got Ole Miss coming here on a Saturday afternoon, and I would hope that, you know, we'd have another situation like we did today where it's sold out or close to sold out, because I know what that game means to people around here.
Good. Back to Robbie.
You've had some of the same issues that you had tonight in your wins, but I know it's a lot easier to coach that when you're winning games. This is the first adversity that y'all face as far as losses. How do you expect your team to react from the last couple of games moving forward?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know the answer to it because I'm new with this group, and the last game we lost straight, we went on Christmas break, so we all kind of got into the holiday spirit as best we could, and then we reconvened and really was focused on Alabama with 3 days prep going into the conference play. So I'm not trying to be coy, but I really don't know. You know, I'm going to find out in the next few days what our mindset's going to be, and if we have, you know, any hangover effect of this loss and it hurting our energy and focus and practice. And you know, we're going to do our darndest to make sure that, you know, there's at least 18 more of these in league, 17 regular season, and 1 conference tournament game. And so there's going to be a lot of opportunities ahead of us and a lot of challenges. And at some point, we're going to have to put this behind us and try to get ready for the next one.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.